I am back. There you
Okay.
go.
Everyone seated and ready?
Yes.
No, I am ready, not seated.
No, I'm laying down.
Fair enough.
I
I'm
am
standing.
I
trying
think
not to
too.
fall.
I am upside down. I'm actually in a
I
pool
am
right now.
seated, but my stand is standing.
Greetings.
You know, I pictured that as like JoJo's stand, not
That's how it was meant.
okay, good.
Like
Good. Yes.
throwing
Yes.
poses. Right.
Mind over heaven.
Let's go right into it, shall we? So last time, we had a grand event taking place. At Lumifras' estate, a banquet took place, at which most of you, placed as guards for the security of those involved and security of the belongings within the mansion itself, while Corey and Thaddeus decided to partake in the banquet. Most of the night went by without any issues until it turned out that the two guards that were patrolling the garden area as well as the interior of the statue hall were replaced with assassins. After fighting them off, Strife, Ernst, and then Eve, who joined later on, with the help of a mysterious person, a elven lady in a green dress that aided you and then proclaimed that she was looking for an item that Lumifras is supposedly in possession of. You've tried to help, but there was a dispute between the group members, as Blix stood his ground and declined any support towards her, the person's efforts. After finishing that ordeal without being caught in anything with Lumifrases, you've finished the banquetes and begun to return to your lodging. As you have entered the Jealous Angel Inn, you were met with two individuals, hooded and cloaked, sitting in front of the table. And as you did walk in, they stand up, and one of them pulls off the hood, and you see a familiar face of Marcus Owes II. Would you care to join for a drink? That's where we're gonna pick up. So, you all gather at the table, or if some choose not to, you are free to. But you gather at a table, you get your drinks, whatever you require is...
Can we get 100s?
We got some 100s.
All right,
We've
remember the
got three
rule.
people who
I
have.
already did mine.
Most of
Yes.
people did theirs.
Some
haven't.
people were, taking initiative and were doing it themselves.
Yeah, remember the rule though. You roll 100, you get a free gift.
It's
Hey,
Ashen,
Me and
I
Eve
forgot
actually
to
rolled
do
the same
something
number.
before we left, like at the end of the night, the banquet.
What is it?
I would go up to Lumifrost, and I would bow my head and say, "Sir Lumifrost, would you mind? I have a question for you.
Where is it?
I was wondering, with all this leftover food from the party, what were your plans with that?"
Well, usually we just dispose of it. We don't think much of the leftovers. Why do you ask?
Would it be possible maybe if we could package it up and bring it over to the orphanage across town? I think the kids would very much enjoy all this extra food. It would be an extra special treat for them. I know this is a charity event, and that would be a local act of charity towards your own city.
Okay, I need you to roll a persuasion for me. As
Okay.
you notice, there's a brief moment where you mention the orphanage and Lumifras freezes for a second, and there's like an eye twitch. But let's see what he says after your persuasion check.
Yeah. I'll also mention that I was born an or not born an orphan, but I was an orphan growing up, and so they hold kind of a special place in my heart.
Okay. Okay, it's more
Did
than
you
I
roll an
expected.
8? Or... Oh, okay.
No,
And that's plus 8.
but I have a +8.
Okay.
Warlock moment.
It's when you charisma
There's this
time.
moment, his eye twitches, and he's like back in it. Yes, I suppose I could arrange something for the rest of the food to be delivered there. Although, I can't say that it's going to happen, but I will try my best. Thank you.
And I bowed. I was like, thank you, Sir Lumifrost. It would be greatly appreciated, and it would probably make these kids whole year.
Hey. He is eyeing you as you're saying this, and then he turns around and just walks away.
All right.
Now we're back at the present. So again, you've all gathered around the table, and all the drinks that you might have wanted, whether it be tea or something more alcoholic, it is served to you as part of the Marcus's treat. Or
Out of curiosity, how many
Yes.
people are in the tavern?
I'm not gonna make you roll perception. So you have
Thank you, because I would not see anyone else.
the two people sitting in front of you, and then on one bench to the left of you, there's one person who's drinking and seems like they are about to, go, like they are finishing their last drink. And then in the far corner towards the bar area, you see there's one person that is face down in the table.
I'm gonna motion towards Simon and say, is this a conversation that may be better taken upstairs?
I suppose it would be better if we were confidential about what is about to be conveyed within this conversation.
Thaddeus, I think you have a large room, correct?
When you say this, Thaddeus just like sighs and is like kind of face palming, like, oh my god, fine.
I mean, we could use my room if you don't want to, Thaddeus.
We can barely fit in there.
I know, but I'm trying to be nice. Because he looks very like, oh, I don't really want this.
Fine, let's go. I'll go up to my loft.
Okay, a very expensive and beautifully looking loft with enormous space, considering all the other rooms. So you make your way up there, and you gather within the room. There is like a small table, but it is definitely not going to fit all of you at it. There's probably like space for 6 people if you like sit close enough around it.
I'll stand.
All right. I go ahead and take a seat.
Trifle will also stand.
Okay.
Perfect time for me to go check out the carriage. See ya.
A mage hand grabs you by the scruff and starts pulling you.
Done cool.
Shit.
It's not like it's
You just hear
heavy
shit
at
come
first,
out of it.
it is just there's tugging.
It's a suggestive push.
What's up, Thaddeus?
Everyone should be involved, not some.
I don't know. Okay, fine. I guess I'll attend.
All right,
Always take
Buckle.
these meetings.
Just close the door.
The two of them have definitely taken a seat by the table.
I'll stand back and lean up against the wall.
Well, I suppose I owe you an explanation, don't I?
Yes.
As he says that, the person sitting next to him pulls her hood down, and you see the same person that was attending the banquet with this massive bowling ball of a human. Well, the person sitting next to me is Liana. She is a good friend of mine as well as an accomplice. He looks at her, and they both nod.
Don't mean to break anything. Lianana, Lianana.
I'll send it in chat. Liana
Thank you.
La.
Okay.
Accomplice in what exactly?
And as they
How-
nod, they look towards you, Cory. I may be a representative towards the Ministry of United Conflict Avoidance, but that is just one of my titles. I have proclaimed a secondary title. I suppose I'm a creator of...
A woman of the night?
Not quite. I am a creator of, I suppose, a secret organization, an order. We call
cult.
ourselves the Curators. Liana is one such member. Our mission is to find injustice within the United Kingdom of Races and eradicate it or prevent it, should it be possible.
Define. I literally lost the word as I was saying my sentence.
Injustice.
Injustice is the one.
Injustices.
Define injustice.
Anything that threatens the unity of the mixed race kingdom would be considered injustice. Threats, ill intent, everything we deal with to
So,
secure the peace within it.
serious problems, not minor problems in the eyes of, I guess, the kingdom.
I suppose you could put it that way. We find those in power, those who truly pose a danger to our unity, to the magnificent collaboration that has been created over those 200 years, ever since the Millennial War has come to an end. Everything that Grak has built, we fight to prevail, and we fight, continue living the good life.
Excitatory
So-
noises.
Poverty is not really in your wheelhouse.
I suppose not.
Passion, I'm
deal
going to
with
be
finance.
making a lot of insight checks throughout this. Do you
Yeah,
want me to just make one insight check to apply to, like, just general everything, or do you want me to make, like, 15?
So I see you're 16, so that's gonna apply to this whole conversation that's happening right now,
Oh, okay.
unless the subject changes.
I mean,
with your
there's another way
16
to solve this.
With your 16, you discern there is sincerity in his words. He is speaking from the heart, and he means what he's saying.
Or at least he believes he is telling the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another way to solve it, to speak the truth.
By the
Yes.
way,
Told me.
Aside
Yes.
from the banquet, have I ever seen Leonala before?
He looks at
Yeah,
her.
Ash, have you ever seen?
Yep.
He looks at you.
Buddy.
You
Sure
are
have.
now.
Strive.
Remind me, just because my memory is forgetting.
Aren't you still?
Were you Asher Drakewarden or were you Tabashi in the Grove?
And I
He was Asher Drakewarden.
I
This
was
before
Asher
we
in
went
the
on our
Grove.
robbing spree.
She
So
makes
you
eye
were very
contact with you.
intimate with several arrows of hers.
So, but here's the thing too: is I was there, and I don't think my disguise is very good.
No,
No,
she.
you're literally just Spectre's wife.
I make eye contact back, and
She
They got
leans
very
in the
different
chair.
colors.
I do know you, and I think you know my arrows even better than.
I do. How's Turncolt? They doing well?
Yeah.
Are you planning on vandalizing this tavern again?
That was a eventful night.
It was. But as long as the horse is doing alright, I suppose it's
Yes.
good to see you on good terms.
Grunt is doing the best he could possibly do.
Oh. That's their actual name. Okay.
By the way, Thaddeus is full laying in his bed just reading.
Don't care what's going on.
Don't care.
Although I
don't
have to
care.
thank you for that fateful encounter in that grove that we did. I nearly killed you, but you managed to chase me away. But thanks to you, I had to take a long detour. It was really
What
annoying.
were you doing mixed up with the bandits there? Anyway.
So,
Well, I was-
Strife
Yeah.
wants to interrupt there and say, apparently that box that we were looking for has a lot more to it than we originally thought.
You're precisely right. I was in a possession of it for a good part of a 9-day. By the time I arrived here and took lodging in exactly this place, I was compromised. Someone must have figured out what I was in possession of. The shattering noise that you've heard and the night, which you followed me through the alleyways of this city, I was following the person who stole that box from me. I was quite flustered. And I need it back. We need it back. I haven't had a chance to look
think
through
Lumifras
it.
has it.
Yes. And she looks to Marcus. We've been observing. We suspect, although we cannot be certain, that Lumifras has it. He is a man interested in many such antiquities. I don't suppose he would know what it truly is, but whether he adds it to his collection or chooses to sell it for profit, those are my suspicions. But I do not have a guarantee as of now. And
What's so important about it?
So, Strife wants to go rummaging through the bag of holding really fast.
okay,
He wants to look for the picture of the gate that Ori drew.
It's not in the
okay.
bag of holding.
So you don't
If
find
it's
it
not
there?
there, then never mind.
What is so important about this chest?
You see, this is not just any chest. It is a chest that belongs to an old dwarven king. The name escapes me, but give me just a moment and I will remember it.
Strife will go up to Thaddeus reading and ask him if he has the picture of that dwarven gate that we came across.
So Thaddeus doesn't have like a backpack, he has a satchel. And he just, with his cane, reaches over to the side of his bed and like pulls up the satchel and just opens it up and pulls out a page.
Okay, I have the name. It belonged to a dwarven king. Not just any king at that. It belonged to Thilaud, stone sculptor.
Want to write that out?
Thilaud.
That I am assuming that was the king at the time of the end of the Millennium War, or
Not quite. He was the ruler of the dwarven kingdom. Prior to the meteors falling and during, let's just say, the bloodshed that spilled during those 1,000 years.
so starter of the war.
He didn't start it. He followed through as his ancestors wanted to take whatever land they could during this hard time.
He was planning to end it, I'm assuming, with a specific weapon he made.
I mean, most.
We are not certain of what exactly he's been planning, but keep that to yourself. We don't need to let them know everything just yet. We need to see if they are worthy of our trust. Of
The
course,
chest
Marcus.
possibly holds something incredibly dangerous, and that's why you want it back, so it's not in the hands of the highest bidder.
We don't know exactly if it's dangerous per se, but we know it's of significant importance. It
Can you tell
is a
us
key
what
in
the
a way.
thing- Yeah.
We don't know
It's a-
what it's for. We don't know.
It's a key.
Yes.
Do you know what it
Key?
looks like?
I wish I
Oh,
could tell
no.
you that.
Didn't. No. Well,
Okay.
Strife, Dunkel,
Lady,
and Thaddeus all
did
look
you
at each
have
other,
it?
then look to the fourth wall.
Thaddeus just like lowers his book and looks at Ash, and then just raises his book again.
No, Ash just looks at you three looking at the wall.
Original
Well-
party, sweating.
Didn't.
Hey,
Well, he's looking in his pockets, just what do I have?
We don't have that key anymore, right? That was used in the door. It just like
No, it was eaten
went
by the
into
door.
the
Oh yeah, that
yeah.
key is
Why
long
not?
gone.
Yeah, that's what I
It's-
was asking.
If
Get
you're
eaten?
talking about the key that you used for the ashes door, per se, ashes in quotations, basically it fused with the door.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Also,
Okay. Did you present the paper to them?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the most opportune time. Actually, it might be now. I'm going to take the paper that Strife is holding and show it to the both of them, like holding it in his hand, just kind of out of arm's reach from them, and say,
Okay.
"Does this architecture have any meaning to you?"
Both of them lean closer and have a look at the. Liana like reaches out the hand to try and grab it.
Nope. Hold
Okay.
that.
It does not ring a bell for me. I can't say.
Can I insight check that?
Can't say I have seen it myself. Go ahead.
Just as an additional thing, while he's showing the picture,
Yes.
I will just use prestidigitation to make a little figurine of the obelisk that was in front of the gate as well.
Okay, the obelisk with the hole in it, and
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
a
what
minor
shape-
illusion?
What shape
Nope.
was that hole? Thaddeus should.
it was
remember
just
that.
like a opening, like a cylinder that was going.
Oh, I didn't know if it
through
was
the-
like. I didn't know if
Press-
it was like a keyhole.
Just so you're aware, prestidigitation can make an object no larger than the size of your hand.
Yeah, you can make an object. Forgot about that little bit.
yeah.
Little trinket.
I thought you
it
were
just
making an
didn't
image of an
that way.
object. How bad?
And I'll just throw it towards the table.
Okay.
Throw a
I
little
can.
obelisk.
It's like a hologram that like levitates on the table and like spins slowly.
No, it's
No, it's not physical
Solid
object.
it's-
Wait, it's a physical
Although you-
object?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a full-on
non-magical.
physical object.
Imagine
Not-
it's like it's like plastic or something.
Although
Oh.
they do notice how it
Non-magical trinkets.
They do notice how it ends up floating in the midair before it hits the table, and then it spins slowly in front of them.
Okay. I always thought it was like an illusion that appears.
No,
No,
it's a
it's-
solid
that's a real
object, but
thing.
It only lasts for until the next round, so it
Wow.
lasts like 6 seconds.
It lasts an hour, actually.
It
Yeah.
lasts up to an
Yeah,
hour.
an hour.
I feel
Yeah.
like
I
somebody just spoiled that Santa isn't real to me. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Yeah, every time he's done that, it's been a physical thing you could touch.
I use an an invisible mage hand to make it spin slowly like it's a
Like a
hologram
Beyblade.
display. Yeah.
I just like how Thaddeus is like, I'm just gonna make a little obelisk that is kind of pointy and just throw it into a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Roll dex.
We
Simply
are
that's
not
all.
aware of what this is. Where
Mm.
did you
Am I
come
the only
across
person who's gonna insight
this?
check this?
Yeah, let's.
I mean, I've got an ongoing.
Only one more
adventure
person
here.
can do it,
I
and
would like
that would
to
be a different
insight.
things, Blix. Okay, so Ash, you can
Okay.
insight it.
All right.
Someone's
It specifically
talking to me.
says-
What happened?
There is genuine confusion as to what you're presenting to them, and an interest following suit. Where
yeah,
did you come across such thing?
Last till the end of your
Strike.
next turn.
Strife is gonna grab
Yeah, but
Ash and
these
Dunkel
effects
and...
can go for an hour.
Strife is
Most
gonna...
Uncle, get back in here.
Nope. I'm
Rules
grabbing
discussion
Dunkel,
later.
Ash, and
That's fine.
Thaddeus.
the
And-
longest of the effects could go for an hour.
Rules discussion later.
Bleh,
Sorry.
please.
Yes. Then.
Okay, so Strife is gonna grab Dunkel, Ash, and Thaddeus and kind of make a little huddle off to the side.
Okay.
Do we want to tell them about this?
No,
Th-
it's our secret.
Say
I
again,
see.
you kind of mumbled there, Dunkel.
It's our secret. We shouldn't tell them.
But maybe they can help us. I trust Marcus.
Who's Marcus again?
That would be me. And he raises a hand. You see this half satyr, half halfling, or tiefling, sorry, not halfling, tiefling, with these like ram horns, slicked hair that's like laid back towards the back of his head, these very like intense eyes, and this darker complexion, wearing the same outfit that he was during the banquet, which is like this brown suit.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Okay, this is the same guy that just paid us to do this job, right?
He didn't pay us. He recommended that we do
No,
the job.
Right.
Yeah, but-
He was like our middleman.
Yeah, but he's the person that we were sent to after doing everything in Fallside.
He's the reason you're in rain, basically.
Yeah.
Strife trusts him. He has no reason to lie to us any further.
I mean,
At this point, we're in over our heads. Tell them most everything. Keep
I
at
don't
least
wanna
one
be
card to our chest. Look, do you want to deal with all of this yourself? Personally, I can't be asked.
It's kind of important though, and if someone else holds the key to that thing, that's dangerous.
Right. That would be something that the curators would probably want to know.
Dunkel will whisper at this point. Do we speak about the Minotaur and the other person?
I think that would be wise. Let's play with them until we can at least get our hands on the key. At that point, cards are ours.
We're not letting them hear that.
No.
Of course,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna say,
They are
am I
minding their own
just sitting
business.
here with like the most awkward look at back and forth between Marcus and Ois?
Yeah, like that's what I was trying to say. Like Marcus
No, like,
butted in on the conversation a minute ago.
I tried to huddle us in
We're
like
not-
a corner. Like this is very private.
Yeah, no,
can't
full
hear
disclosure, Thaddeus hasn't left his bed, so like it'd have to be near the bed.
Right next to the bed, Thaddeus is
Just
just laying
huddle over
down,
the
and
bed.
we're just
Look,
whispering over top of Thaddeus.
look, I'll let y'all decide on what y'all want to do with this information. I'm gonna go take a step outside to see if anything's happening.
Looks to the rest of the original group.
You want to know what's happening outside, Dunkel?
Oh, yeah.
Thaddeus just whistles, and Oswald flies outside and just starts circling the tavern.
Okay, roll a perception
There,
for him.
problem solved.
I don't know how whistling works. Like, you're not telling me anything, and I'm not seeing anything.
Just give him a second, Dunkel.
Oswald just has the wire without eyes for a sec. She's like, I'm helping. I'm doing it for you.
Oswald scouts out the area. Nothing of concern.
It's clear.
How can you tell? You're just sitting in bed.
One of Thaddeus' eyes are closed. He's just like, it's good.
What the heck? And he looks to the rest of the other members, just like, "Do you trust that?"
I mean,
yeah.
he's either he's a master predicting magician, or I don't know. Maybe he can just see places we can't.
Is this still just the original party thing?
Yeah.
Still in the
Yep.
hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Like in character, I don't know if they would be as trustworthy to like let this information out, especially to Durst.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have had
Alright.
a smart-ass comment, but yeah.
Let's give them at least enough.
Okay. I say withhold the location, withhold the just withhold where it is. Just let them know what it can
Be
do.
vague about where it is. Not exact location, perhaps beneath the ground.
I wouldn't even tell them that.
Are you done conspiring in that corner yet?
No, give us more time.
Yes, we're just about ready.
Oh, I guess we're done.
So
You see, we need a little bit more.
I'd argue me and Ash, since Thaddeus is just lazing about and Dunkel wants to get out of here, me and Ash should probably do the explaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Turning back towards the rest of the room, Strife will hold up the picture again and say, "This is something called a gate. The Dwarven King, at least we think it was the Dwarven King, built it a long time ago, and it is a weapon of mass extermination."
Does not sound pleasant.
How do you exactly know of this?
Because we've seen it. We were there.
We found it. We found
Oh.
one.
Yes, apparently there are many.
There's more. What do you say,
There are
Marcus?
2 individuals that we came across. One was a tiefling, one a minotaur. They activated this gate.
How do you mean they activated it?
I think.
Well, it was
they had a
dormant
key.
before, and then when we found it, it wasn't. So, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Magic,
We
probably?
Perhaps a key.
It looked like there might have been multiple keys required to open it.
Are you able to describe those individuals that you saw? So
Very
what-
powerful.
Very
Yeah.
strong.
Thaddeus makes a figure, throws it. It's the tiefling. They have 6 seconds to look at it, I guess.
Okay.
I
It's an
make a
element.
figurine of the Minotaur and place it beside it, so there's one next to the other.
Okay.
Uncle does like hand gesturing.
One of them was able to create, the tiefling specifically, was able to create a wall of fire. You can imagine that we were pretty ill-equipped dealing with him, though, to our credit, almost got him. Almost. We were like this close.
Yeah.
I do
Hey,
not
had a-
doubt. Okay.
Strife's eyes seem very fixated on the Minotaur.
We shall keep this in mind. 2 of us. And the rest of you guys, the rest of the party, you see this as well. Like you've never seen these individuals. Do you actually remember what they looked like?
The tiefling, I'm pretty sure he was red, but he had a, basically a kimono.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the color was. I think it was like pink and like purple.
It was
Oh.
it was whitish with like accents.
Yeah, I remember like a color, and it was like flamboyantly colored. And then the Minotaur was pretty scarcely dressed, right?
Yeah.
Like
he
striped-
was
Do you
over-
striped
remember?
dressed.
Do you remember what his fur and skin was like?
I
you
want to
said
say
black.
it wasn't. Yeah, I want to say it wasn't brown.
You're partially
Black
there.
and like I think scarred and
Yeah.
like not fully furred. I think there's like missing bits. I think. Again, this was like 40 sessions ago.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's
So
the
you gotta
description
remember-
everyone gets.
Okay, here's the thing. In
Mhm.
game, that was like a month and a half ago. Out of game, that was about almost a year
A
ago.
year ago, yeah. It was like almost at the very beginning. 15
I mean, like,
sessions
full-
in.
Also, the Minotaur Thaddeus has like little interest in. It was the Tiefling specifically he was focused on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
like
hearing-
I like how Thaddeus is fixated on the Tiefling and
He wants his
Strife
goddamn
is
spellbook.
fixated on the Minotaur.
Yeah,
They
Of
both have
fucking
like
course I do.
arch
What I'm
enemies.
hearing from
You got to remember that Tiefling was like, the equal but opposite of Thaddeus, and the Minotaur was like the equal opposite of Strife.
Yeah.
I misspoke.
So what I'm getting from this that is immediately necessary to be acted upon is that chest needs retrieved
That is
from
correct.
Lucius's mana.
If
If
it's actually there.
It's actually there.
'Cause-
Precisely.
Now, as I'm sure is true, and I've made it obvious to you all specifically because, well, we've been working together to a degree, so you should know what I do. I'm, of course, skilled in
At falling.
taking
Being
things
Scum of the earth?
to a degree.
Poisoning.
Yes. Yes to all of those. With a bit of time to prep, I could probably make my way through Lucius's mana without being noticed.
We
I'm
can
gonna
wire-
insight check that. Does he really think he could be unnoticed?
There's a thing called fake confidence.
Also, I don't know where Lucius came from.
Lucian. Lumifras. Sorry.
But
Lucius
why,
is the name of an NPC in my game
But
that
why-
is similarly
why-
named.
why do we suspect him? I mean,
No, because he talks a big game, but he fucks up a lot around us.
oh
So,
no,
like, does he
I mean,
really think
why are
he's
we
capable
suspecting
of-
Lumifras?
Of having it?
Yeah,
According to the girl.
well, yeah,
he
she probably
has
had
didn't
to.
it.
find it.
You can see he's
That's the
pretty
last
sure that he's
source
able
that
to
we
make it through,
tracked it to.
but he's also a little reserved. Maybe he's never taken on a job that big.
If there was a character that has some information to give us, now would be the time.
Fine, I guess I'll do it. Durst, those locks, they're more powerful than what you think. They required a lot more mental capacity for me to unlock one door in the middle of the whole entire house. And that door was towards your room. It was so difficult, I don't even understand why. Imagine that on every other door. It would be impossible for you to get through anywhere.
Lockpicking is not my most exceptional skill.
Then
So
why
if
not
you are
a blitzkrieg?
exceptional at it, the both of us could very well do well. You're proficient, you're capable in sneaking and stealth, correct?
I'm capable with my tools and, I guess, hiding.
Strife will chime in and say, we could also just go for a blitzkrieg, bust down every door.
What about me?
That is
Get
an
out.
absolutely horrendous idea.
Yeah,
I didn't
perhaps
say
that's
Blix,
one
my
of the
lord.
stupidest ideas I've heard.
It's a
And
last
I've been with you for
resort.
2 months. With
It's a last
Dunkel.
resort.
I mean, if
I
we
mean-
can get in and out before they can react.
You can also just invite us in. But
Strife,
again, why do we think he has it? If you didn't find it before, are you sure it's not with someone else? There's other people in the city who care about
like
ancient
hidden
and-
compartments.
We paid for information.
I see.
How do you know
That
that
was the
information is
last-
actually valid?
Well, perhaps we
I-
were scammed off our money, but that is the last location that we were able to track it to. And like I
So
mentioned,
he had it at a point.
Lumifras is known to collect, let's just say, unique pieces. I would not be surprised if he did not scarce away from possessing such valuable item.
Do you guys have a
I'm
blueprint of
going
some
to
sort?
turn to Blix. And I'm going to say, Blix, did you see anything while you were guarding that door, or hear anything, or experience anything?
Didn't see anything.
Could you perhaps make a
Insight
persuasion?
check.
Insight check?
Yeah.
Deception.
It wouldn't be deception. That's
You are
technically not a lie.
hiding
No.
information.
You
I
are
thought you
hiding.
didn't
Well,
lie,
You
mister.
did. In
let's
character,
be-
you did hear something.
He said, "I didn't see anything." This
No,
is
but
you're
technically
still-
persuasion.
You're still
That is-
hiding
No,
something.
no. The question was, did you see, hear, experience anything?
Yeah, but he said, "I didn't see anything."
I don't know anyway.
I'm gonna let passion rule what I roll.
And I'm going to continue. Okay, did you see anything? Did you hear or experience anything?
I mean, yeah, you know.
You are no longer working for the man. I just want to remind you of that.
Yeah.
Like, this
You
is
need
the
to be
same
that
way
specific, sir.
Blix talked to Dunkel.
I would
just
say it's
keep
the
asking
deception.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to roll deception?
Let's see if you can roll bad enough for me to beat you.
The dice gods tell their story.
Yep.
Guess we shall never know.
All
No, what
right.
was your second question? Because I was trying to focus on the first question. No, that
I reiterated, did you hear or experience anything?
yeah.
That falls
I
under
just
deception. That's a nat 20. Dice gods tell a
I'm
story.
just gonna stick with I didn't see anything.
Yes, but that wasn't my entire question.
Yeah, this is the second
But
question.
that's my
so a
entire
second
answer for now.
check.
Blix,
say
why are
it.
you fighting on understanding more
We are
information?
good.
Aren't you part of the Red Company?
Look, if he didn't see anything, then he didn't see anything.
I
We
mean,
Why
did
are
tell
y'all-
you, you
Why
know
are y'all
that,
drumming so much on about it?
I mean, I asked him a lot of questions too when we were in there, and he.
I
don't
mean,
know.
he's not working for them anymore, and he's basically gotten paid. But who's he getting paid from? The Red Company.
I have a question. Did anybody see where Lumifras went during that party?
He was on the ball hall most of the time, right?
He left quite often.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Did not go through the
I
statue room.
Eve, I would like to remind you, you did see him leave through the door
Yes.
with certain someone.
Yeah, I saw him leave through the door with someone.
But who was
Okay.
it?
I don't know
and
who it
where?
was.
Who and where?
It was the halfling with the magic.
Was it? I don't think it was.
Was the extra
It was a
little guy?
dude.
When we were attacked, she did drop from the upper floor, so she must have been up there somewhere.
Yeah,
But she also passed
She
us to
went
go
up there
up
with
with
the
the
big
fat guy.
dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
That-
she went
that-
up with the fat guy.
But that wasn't Lumifrost going with them.
It was some other dude.
Out of game.
Yeah, it was the really big dude.
Ah.
Where was
I
she prior
did-
to that then?
At
In the
party
ballroom with that
bowling
guy.
ball man.
I'm also
Yeah,
what we're
she-
talking about, because we're talking about Lumifras specifically.
Yeah, that lady, we know where she was, but Lumifrost left the party with someone else. Not the bowling ball man or the lady, but someone else.
There was a third one.
Lady can hear us, by the way.
Yeah. So Marcus,
Yes,
Oh yeah, was that tiefling male or female?
what is
it was
Yeah.
male.
Lumifrost's-
Female.
I mean, like, androgynous looking, but male.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like you're mixing up many informations together.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Well,
You,
you
guys
guys
are mixing up
I
a
hear
lot.
saying
what
a
you're
lot of
saying,
things.
and it's like you're saying partially what happened, but not quite there.
Bro, we're not detectives. We're doing our best.
I mean, people keep
Okay.
saying things. I'm like, I'm getting lost. There's like 6 different points being said here. I'm like, what?
I'm sitting here with an
Well, I'm
entire
trying to-
goddamn outline of
I'm
the
trying
event.
to create a timeline of who and what happened when and where, so that we can like figure out what we're missing.
Eve, I will message you, DM you, and tell you who he left with. Just generally describe them
Do,
for you.
do you want me to
So
just
you-
describe them myself?
Okay.
If you remember.
It was a elven female with a black skirt and a black crop top with blonde hair, correct?
It was all along the lines of.
I missed that description.
That's what's in my notes. So
I
I'm
heard that in the
hoping so.
beginning, but I didn't hear much more.
So
about
you
that.
saw a non-gender specific person because it was just difficult to discern, but they did have a skirt, they did have a crop top, and they did have blonde hair, short blonde hair, and they had a black veil. And I did not specify exactly what the veil looked like, so I will do it now. Imagine the wedding veil, the white one that goes over bride's face, but in black. That's what they had on their face. So you can see through it. It's just distorted slightly.
So a mourning veil.
Yes, but it wasn't mourning veil. It was just a outfit.
Similar to.
It was a fashion statement. As
That sounds like one of the two followers of Lady Visage.
go on.
Why didn't you tell us this, Blix, a lot earlier? Like, it could have been a lot more.
No, I'm not telling them.
He's just reminding you.
Yeah, that
Out of
I'm
character.
just
he's the
reminding
party's
you
note
because
keeper. He's our memory.
yeah,
Like Sep is our
sucks when
memory,
you
not
piss off
Blix.
the memory.
But who's Lady Visage?
She was the high elf woman.
Oh,
In
yeah,
stilts.
lovely
Black
lady.
dress.
But she had stilts on.
Or
Her
possibly.
shoes were insane.
Okay.
But
What happened to her
Corey
shoes?
didn't notice.
The
He just
diplomat to the Elven Kingdom. You
yes,
mean,
I saw those two right behind her as I helped her up the stairs. Veil, skirt.
So
all that.
why would Lumifras need to be with
Hold on.
servant elf?
Can we hold on? So you guys are getting this information from where? Because Blix isn't sharing it yet.
That's
not
Eve.
Ash. Eve.
Eve was describing the person.
Yeah, okay.
Which because
Yeah.
Passion was gonna send me.
Yeah.
Essentially, what you said is what I would have reiterated that.
Okay.
With Ash then
I just wanted to make sure I understood where information was coming from and all that.
Mhm.
But like, why would Lumifras be needing to go off with some servant of someone else? Like, he has no need to deal with her, with a servant.
Well, I mean, obviously, if they left the banquet hall, it was to discuss something private. Be a
But again-
trade, could be a
Because they're
contract.
not a servant, Corey. They're just disguised as one.
Like y'all were. At least they were better at acting than Dunkel.
Dunkel was
Marcus.
acting.
No, that's the problem.
How can I help you?
I think there's a large misunderstanding here.
What is the misunderstanding about?
What do you think the nature of this meeting is?
Sexual.
Our meeting here.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I wanted to apologize for myself trying to employ you under Lumifras's guard as a distraction for Alianala here. I hoped that you would be unfocused, distracted enough for her to sneak around and uncover whatever else Lumifras is hiding. But those two fuckers came out of nowhere and decided to fuck up my plans. That's what happened. At least your big friend and your shooty shoot guy took care of them mostly.
I like how
And I
that's
like-
canon and how he describes Dernst.
Just kinda like
shoot guy.
Durst subconsciously like reaches for the spot where he got like stabbed really, really hard.
I'm gonna then turn to Leonela. And what did you find when you decided to rummage around?
I did not find anything because I was caught in the middle of something. As I said, I could have ignored and just went about my business and, sniff around his mansion. But then who knows what would have happened to your friends?
That's not an answer, really.
Find the
That's an
hidden.
excuse.
Did you find a hidden cache? Most nobles have them.
I did not find anything hidden. I left the room and I heard noises from the statue hall. I looked over the balustrades and there you were, the two of you fighting those guards. I figured out that wasn't as simple as it was, so I joined in. A helping hand, if you would.
Thank you.
In that case, likely where it'll be.
That
But
might have
didn't-
ended differently had we not have known.
I know-
Didn't you also go up some other room after that fight, though? I know
I did.
that it's...
As I was
Yeah, so
instructed by your
what did you
friend
find
here.
there then?
I didn't find anything. I
And when
ran up
she
the
says
stairs.
that, I am gonna give Strife the biggest stink eye.
I ran up the stairs, and there it was, just a cobblestone room, an
Just
empty,
blank.
or just blank. There was a
Likely the
lectern,
room.
but
Why were
couldn't
you
see
guarding
anything
an empty room, Blix?
Yeah, why would he put
Were there windows
Why
or
would he-
anything?
there was a window from the tower stairs. Yes.
No furniture.
No, nothing except for the lectern.
A lectern way? It's just a reading room or something.
I
That
would
room
assume
We
so.
got any
sounds
books?
like a room made to have a secret room.
An empty room with a lectern and a window. What fucking purpose would a noble have for something like that? I just don't get
I don't
the
know.
minds of these fools.
Was it like
Reading
a
room.
Simple.
closet? Like cleaning
It is a
stuff?
room to have a secret room come off of.
Or maybe he just likes his alone time. A jerking session, you know?
Were there any
Being a noble
That would
Shelves.
include a
Stressful.
chair. At least a chair.
Yeah.
Were there any chairs or
Maybe he
bookshelves
likes
in the
to
room?
stand.
I can't
Were there
remember seeing any chairs. I saw I think it was like a woven painting on a wall. But
Hmm.
there was nothing else. There's just torches on the wall.
Not very
Wait, were the torches
inquisitive, are you?
Okay.
Were the torches?
I
torches
did
lit?
what I was told to do. I just ran around. I decided to trust you. My original plan was to sneak around and go into his fucking...
Reliquary. Fancy room. Collection.
Wait,
I should
where
have
is the
done that.
torch?
They've ignored your calling. Shouldn't have trusted
Uh,
you, honestly.
Hello, test, test.
Name calling will get us nowhere.
Hello? Is my mic working?
Yeah.
It's working.
Yes.
Strife would ask, were the torches lit?
Yes.
Why would they be lit in an unused room?
Well, maybe, I don't know. He needed to...
So you can see when
go
you
there.
enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you just leave it on, it'll either fill with smoke or burn out. Turn it on when you put it there.
And then you have a servant just replace it.
It just
You can
it seems
afford
like that
torches, you know that.
it just seems like he must have been in that room if there was a torch on.
Possibly.
I mean, yeah, but then Blix would have seen it because he was guarding that door.
Regardless, we're dwelling on a room that was, in some people's eyes, a hidden. No, that's not the right word. Ah, hell.
Passageway to a hidden room. Let me
It
put it
had
to
a
you like
it had a
this.
purpose other than being a room, is what I'm saying.
I mean, and it's not too weird in a noble house, honestly.
This is gonna come off the wall and come towards the table a little bit more.
Wait,
put it
that's
to you like-
normal for
Yeah.
nobles?
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this.
My house
Why?
used
I
to
have
have.
lived
I
I have
don't
lived in this
know.
city for years. I have robbed a number of noble houses. Almost all of them have had some sort of secret compartment, even if it's just a safe with some money in it. It is a common thing of nobles. They'll hide it
Right?
behind paintings. It would not surprise me if he had a secret wall, or one of the cobblestones was fake and you could pull it out.
Or one of the torches on the wall, you could pull it down.
These
Nobles
are all
like
interesting ideas.
hiding things.
No.
So,
I would
I
have
like
had
displaying things.
a more thorough look if I wasn't in a hurry of being discovered by Lumifras and then your friend calling him to investigate. And she gives you a death stare, Blix.
You can take that stare and give it to Marcus Owen. He was the one who recommended I do that.
anyway,
I did.
I know I am a more recent addition to working with you all. However,
You're an unpaid intern.
Servant. Go on.
Ori, you get the dirtiest look you've seen from Ernst.
He's not looking at you. He's looking at his book.
No, he was
No, Corey.
saying it because I said
Corey.
he's a servant.
We're all equals here, damn you.
Yes, you're all servants to the company. It's not a derogatory term or something. I'm not meaning any kind of.
So, are you saying you are a servant to this company as well?
I'm a servant to the king, and if your goals are aligned with the king, then yeah, sure.
Oh.
Anyway, as a accomplished thief in this city,
Yeah.
I have lived here for years and I've not gotten caught. Anyways, I would suggest myself and Dunkel, as he said, the locks are hard and that's not an extreme specialty of mine, where myself and him have a night and make our way through the mansion, attempting to find that which we want to find.
I'm assuming my arm starts itching right now.
To satisfy
If you say
the
so.
more lawful among us, I will swear to touch nothing but the chest and leave everything else.
But you're kind of gonna have to touch like doors and stuff.
You know what I
Um,
mean.
Reword it. Yeah, you gotta be specific
I
with
will
this
not-
kind of thing.
I will not remove from the mansion anything but the chest.
Okay.
And
Put
why
everything.
should we trust you?
Yeah, you just said you're an accomplished thief. That's,
You
know,
have just
I'm just
given
worth-
me plenty of reason to believe whatever this chest is can cause mass widespread destruction. And I don't know about you, but that does not sound like a good thing.
like
If it makes you feel any better, I'll keep an eye on him.
But okay, but what happens when you get caught? Because I mean, he has quite a few guards, like even when it's not a party. So like, what happens if a guard stumbles upon you whilst you're walking through a hall?
Not only
I
that.
Way.
I don't think Nerd probably the best.
Sorry, you
I
were
don't-
cutting
You're
out.
don't
muted.
know.
You're
We
not.
don't. Yeah, you're
muffled.
cutting out.
Wait, what?
No, you're
You're
fine.
muffled. We didn't hear that.
There you
Better now, or is it still?
Yes.
go. Yeah,
Yes.
better. You're closer.
So Strife is going to chime up and say, "I don't think Blix is the best choice for this."
Blix?
Blix-
Or not Blix, Durst. Sorry, I said Durst the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Why?
don't think I'd be the best idea to ask to go and rob somebody.
Yeah, I meant Durst.
agree.
But
Why is that, Strife?
Well, let's take the two other members, for example. Eve can just teleport through the doors. She wouldn't have to worry about picking. And even
You're
if
muffled
we did-
again.
Yeah, Yeah, you're falling off again.
You wanna just like leave and come back? The conversation, maybe.
Are you like looking away from your mic when you talk?
Yeah,
Hello,
'cause
test. Is this
Yep.
better?
No,
There
it's
you go.
fine.
Jesus Christ, why is that software doing that to my mic? Anyway, Strife would say that Durst is probably not the best option. Eve can teleport through doors, meaning that gets rid of the need to pick them. And even if we did need to pick them, Dunkel is much better at it.
Eve, you can teleport through doors?
I watched her do it.
Yes. Kind of.
Oh.
Well, you saw her
Does
appear.
anybody? Do you think anybody else here is as good as staying hidden as myself?
Yeah, Dunkel.
It's like Universal looks at Dunkel.
Right, like whole party, everyone looks at Dunkel.
Dunkel's like messing with the steel defender, and he just looks back at everyone staring at him. What happened?
Okay,
But
then. Does
Jen,
anybody
what-
else here have lived in this city for years, be well aware of how nobles here think, and have infiltrated other noble houses, and would have an awareness of what kind of defenses they would have? Do any of you have that kind of experience?
I've actually lived here for 60 to 70 years. Yeah.
Let me switch a beat there.
To play
But-
devil's advocate, Turnst is unaffiliated with the Red Company.
True.
Yeah, that's my main concern. If someone gets caught, you will be caught in the mention of someone who then will all be associated with it. And I don't want to be associated with that kind of robbery. So, like, what happens if you get caught? Even if it's Durns who's not associated with us. Do you just stab a guard to death and have more murders added onto the pile? Or do you, I don't
I will
know,
attempt to flee. I
What if
only kill usually as only a last resort.
I have a question.
I trust that.
That room, was the window, well, did it have glass? Or was it just open?
I think it was just bad. It didn't have a window. It was just metal bars.
How wide were the bars?
It was one of those like tower windows, you know. Nothing
could
fancy.
Dunkel fit through?
Could a bird fit through it?
Could we squeeze Dunkel through?
You possibly could make your way through it after removing those bars.
No.
With
A
the
bird.
bars.
Just
Oh.
specifically a bird.
Or the little kobold?
No,
Raven.
just a bird. A tiny creature.
That would probably
Wait.
fit.
I actually have an idea. So I like what you have going on. That is, bring Oswald inside the building, and
Water's too
I
large.
actually have this new type of contraption that I've thought of. It's sort of similar to a wand.
Can I stop you just for a moment, Uncle? I like your initiative, but
I think I know what you're
I've been
thinking of.
working on a magic item for a
Okay.
person in
Yeah.
this group that would turn you into a crow. Raven? I don't know.
God.
I don't care
Turning
about
into
those other
3
birds.
ravens.
A raven could probably fit through a small barred window.
That is my magic
You
item.
might need to squeeze through it, but you could just fly up there,
Yes, I could.
squeeze in, and just be set. I don't know how many times you can do it, though.
I
Details
think
of
we're
that was
getting ahead
details.
of ourselves.
How so?
I would rather confirm some things before we start discussing this kind of stuff. Sir Marcus Owen,
Os.
Os. How familiar are you with a group that likes to wear masks? And I'm gonna insight check him
sorry?
as I say that.
Okay, go for it.
So I want to make sure I know exactly what he's thinking.
Okay. Well, you can't read his mind, but
I could.
I can read his facial features.
There is confusion and uncertainty.
One side a little bit happy, other side maybe not so much.
Perhaps. What do you mean by people in masks?
How familiar are you with them?
I wish I'd know what you're talking about.
Does
I
my
look-
insight check tell me if he's lying?
Mine's at
Uh,
Blix.
There is this weird situation where you're not certain if he's trying to fool you or not.
I create a mask in like a very small mask that's fit in my hand, and I just throw it at the table again.
Okay.
That is just
Throwing
like
things at us from the bed.
laying on the table, getting aim practice by tossing things on while
Bro,
he's
he needs honestly, he needs like one of those little softball pitchers, like baseball pitcher things, the automatic ones to just boom, boom, boom those items at us.
He
He
picks,
has
Sit up.
ADHD. It's like canonically he has ADHD, so he's trying to do stuff with his hands while he's
Yeah.
doing stuff.
he
Cinder's on the table. I just kind of like scooch her back a little bit away from.
So she doesn't
getting
eat it.
thrown.
magical plastic.
Mm.
He picks up
Goat
this
plastic.
tiny mask and then looks at it, and then Liana like almost like shoulder bashes him and then grabs it from his hand. I've seen this. Why? Why do you care? Tosses
They
it
threaten
back
children.
and disappears.
They are. It is a mask of like a group that's operating in the city and beyond, and they are gonna be doing something big, probably. I don't know, and in the coming week. So I don't know how Blix thinks this is related, though. How do you think this is related?
I just want to confirm what side they may be on.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
I wish to
that is-
confirm just about the same. Now, this angers me very much.
Thank
One
God
of the motherfuckers that stole the chest from me was wearing a very similar mask to one of those. Now, how
Oh,
would
good.
you know of those?
Wait, hold on. The representative that wore it in front of us, or like for that group, what race was he?
He was a human.
He wasn't Dwarvish. Okay.
Well, we know because we accidentally stole some stuff of one of their members.
I'm gonna.
Well,
I'm
Do I
sorry?
still have them? Do I have the mask and stuff?
Wait,
on me
wait,
still?
wait.
No,
No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
gave it back.
Stop
Those were taken.
Yeah, we gave it.
this right now.
Yes.
What do you mean you stole something from them?
Well, we didn't intend to, but Strife, you got told to, collect some, debt of some guy, and well, the
Yeah.
mask was amongst their shit.
We were told one of their people took out a loan they couldn't afford. I was tasked with retrieving it.
Or whom?
That's a long story.
From what I
Confidentiality.
understand, the same person that was trying to hire us to steal something from Lumifras.
They also
Yeah.
had a letter.
Hey,
They're gonna meet up next.
Introducing
Anyway,
so many
we-
new points to the conversation.
Point is, they had their cloak, their mask, and even some blood in a vial.
Yeah.
Would you
That
be
meant some
able
blood.
to point out a location of that place? I could perhaps go in and check it
He's
out
going
myself.
to rub like the bridge of his nose thinking about it, and then say all he remembers is they had like a lion on the door or something like that.
What
It's
I
about
will
slightly north
say-
of the cemetery.
I will say east of the Church of Light and Law, against the
north of the
far
cemetery.
wall, a blue door with a lion knocker.
Noted.
But what about the letter?
Am I correct on that? 'Cause I am
Yes, you
going
are
off
very
old
much
notes.
correct. You couldn't be more precise with the description.
I mean, it is literally also on the map.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. but
Hello.
Also,
Yeah, but obviously she doesn't
Um,
have a map.
yeah, but for us to describe where it is, we. But yeah, no, I mean, there was also, as I said, they are gonna do something big. We only know that because there was like a
I'll
riddle or something, right?
I'll
Yeah, they had a
also
letter.
I'll also warn you that while we believe that we were stealthy,
No.
we
no.
were observed entering the dwelling.
Yeah, they
so-
knew where we were staying and where to thus retrieve the mask as
And-
looking for it later.
Disguises may be your best option if you do feel inclined to follow that route.
And mind you, they even confronted us after and revealed they have people all over a part of that group. It's not safe to mess with them.
Now,
What are they exactly?
From what we
Cultists?
know, a cult.
Cult of some sort.
I'm assuming they're responsible for one of the murders.
Yes. That's what we think.
speaking of the murders, I'm going to look
Oh.
at Thaddeus. As long as we are trusting them,
You
Well,
look
Yes.
towards Thaddeus, who is reading a book and not looking at anybody.
Thaddeus,
Can I help you?
Marcus finishes his tea, sets it down with a gentle thump on the table, and then looks across the room, right at the bed. Is there anything more that you would like to include us on?
There's quite a few things.
Yeah, some of us have
We've-
committed some of
I do
those
bel-
murders.
I do believe one of you guys said that you trust this man. I'd like
Someone
a show
committed a murder.
So
Yeah, no, most of the murders have been committed by people in this group, right?
One like Thaddeus just sort of like leans away from his book. The book is exactly where it was. Really? That's important?
this
Don't
right
really
now,
see quite how it's important.
This is an exchange of information.
yes,
It is.
and this
we've given them way more than they've given us, so why would you reveal that?
I've still got cards. Depending on what they give us in return, I may
Obviously,
give
they
them
can
something
give
else.
us, but it's. I think that they can give us the resources
Blix.
to fix this issue.
Yes?
I don't think they can necessarily give us information.
I would like you to give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Against me or against who?
No, against them. 23. Lala, I believe we should show them at least the lead that we have to why this chest is of importance. She rolls her eyes. Fine. And then she opens her top, like, whatever you call it, like a jacket, and then she reaches in, and from the pocket within, she pulls out a piece of paper. Here, I show you something. If they fuck us over, Marcus, it's all on you. I know, I'll take care of it. And then she spreads it out in front of you, and you see a very old piece of parchment with writing and images on it.
Thaddeus gets up, like book closed, gets out of the bed and walks over to the table.
Okay, now
Said the magic words for Thaddeus.
Everyone-
Parchment.
who understands and can read Dwarvish
Hee
Let's
can
go.
see what it says.
Yo,
Yep.
I tap.
We leveled up, and I took the
Eyes of the
Eyes
Runekeeper.
of the Runekeeper, so I can read any writing.
Okay.
so
Alright.
who here can't read Dwarvish?
Raises my-
Uncle.
Damn. So many.
It's a
people know-
common language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Draconic, so what are you getting at?
I know Leona.
I mean, I do
So-
speak.
So anyway, what does it
I know
say?
uncommon.
What does it say, Passion?
What
Okay.
does it say?
You see a
What does the
this
paper say?
old and torn piece of paper, this blacked out writing and images that are depicted on it. Images show like dwarvish runes and designs, like hallway pillars that are holding up the places. And then the page itself, it reads about the king. Not not Thilaud, but a king, which name you all should be at least familiar with. Olrolin, which is a current dwarvish king.
Mm.
It mentions the name, and it speaks of... Wait, no, I'm fucking this up. No, it does say Thilaud, not Olrolin. It says Thilaud. My bad. It speaks of this past dwarvish king who ruled with an iron fist, but it also speaks of his treasures, as well as his favorite place. It doesn't specify exactly. It's being very vague about whatever it says. But you see in the left upper corner, there is a picture depicting a similar chest which you of the old group has seen. The same chest that Lianala had, and the same chest that has been stolen from her. And it says of chest having a special meaning to the king, being one of 3 of his most prized possessions, or treasured things.
Are there any other pictures of note?
So like I said, there's the pillars that are holding the place up, like a hallway pillars with dwarvish designs.
Do the pillars look similar to the gate architecturally?
You wouldn't know because you weren't there.
Well, they produced the picture.
Yeah, they produced the picture.
Okay,
Does look
fair
similar
enough.
to that.
Yeah, Nori rolled pretty high on that.
Okay.
It is basically 1-to-1.
It's not 1-to-1. It doesn't. It has similarities, as it most likely of dwarven make. But
Okay.
it's not the same thing, if that's what you're trying to get at.
Yep.
So-
I don't expect it to be the same thing. I'm just trying to figure out like whether or not
Yeah,
this
architecture
may be,
is similar.
Yeah, if it may be in the same realm of existence as this or related.
So
Perhaps.
when we traveled that mile fucking climb,
Yeah.
and then we walked into the Underdark proper, when we went through that gateway that was of dwarvish make, is it similar to that?
Yes. Well, it is in its nature. I will give it to you because good questions. It is of the same nature. It's of dwarven make, and it's of roughly the same design era, yeah. Like it's of older make. So there's that, the pillar depicted on the picture, as well. There is like a handheld staff with this like design. You have this beautiful staff drawn on the page, and then the staff curves on top, and it has like these beautiful dwarvish designs on it. Like
Example-
hammer and staff in one, something like that.
All right, I'm gonna take some paper and a pen from my forgery kit.
Okay, she's gonna roll up
Sure.
the second you pull it out, she's rolling it up.
Every 6 seconds,
I'm going to.
Thaddeus will recreate what he saw in a
I will
little,
put my arm on Leonala's.
like a little
Illusion.
photograph of it.
Minor illusion photograph as well.
I will put my arm on Leonala's shoulder. This is a sharing of information, not a showing.
Now, isn't it enough that you know what it says? I suppose most of you can understand what it's written and depicted on the pages, so why should we let you copy exactly the piece? Not easy
Thaddeus
to come by
and
exactly.
Ash,
Why
full
should-
disclosure, are like working
Vigorously
together
sketching.
to recreate the whole
Okay,
thing.
as you're doing
They
that, then
make-
every time you create the image, she's like swatting it or like removing it from the table. She's
I'm
like trying
I'm
to
gonna
fight you
point
off.
it out. I'm like, trust me, it's gonna be
Stop it.
easier if you just let them.
Could I ask a question?
What is it? Lizard
Did
man?
you inspect the ink on the paper?
Or what?
When we were down in the Underdark,
You've been
Kobolds
down in
use
the
the
Underdark.
yes. When we've
That's
been down there for an adventure, we've encountered some kobolds. They had a particular style of writing, one that does not shine in the light but glows in the dark.
He rolls up the paper. And how exactly would you try and figure that out?
So
Just be dark.
when we were down there, a way that Strife and I crypted this message was that we shined a bit of our light and then captured the light, extinguished it, and then the paper began to glow. And we were able to read whatever was on there.
Thaddeus will use his mage hand to pull his cane towards him, and then cast light on the cane and just hold it over the paper.
Okay. There is still other light sources in the chamber, so it's not like it's gonna be dark.
Yeah, it's like dim light in here because it's nice and moody.
Okay. So you hold it over for how long?
Long enough for people to extinguish the lights in the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Durst will go about.
So let's say a
Extinguishing
minute and a
lights.
half goes by, and then
Close the windows. No.
On the far side,
curtains.
lights. Ash kind of just snaps his finger, and one by one, lights go out.
As Durst is like manually putting them out.
Yup.
I just
magic
want
is
to remind you guys, magic is illegal in the city.
This isn't magic, this is actually ink.
I think he refers to the mage hand light and
Oh,
the snapping of fingers.
okay.
Blakes, Blakes, the
we
things I
ready?
do in the privacy of my own home, I do not give a shit about the law.
This is Thaddeus's room.
Ready?
And then I'll dispel the light.
Becomes dark in the chamber. The paper does not glow.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
Well,
Well,
you tried your best, Lizard Man.
Yep.
I'll then recast light to go under the paper.
Okay.
I start. Alright.
So, okay, let me get this straight. So, the box that Lumifras is the last known possessor of was the most treasured possession, or one of the most treasured possessions of some old dwarven tyrant.
That is what it says on the pages. That's the best we
And-
could find. And
And
would you care
what?
to explain, Marcus? Okay, with the information that we've gathered, we know there's forces. Perhaps the same ones as you mentioned, Tiefling and Minotaur. They are trying to do something. We don't know exactly what. We've been finding traces of illegal activities and other such events happening throughout the kingdom, which bothered us. And that is the best that we could find. A lead onto something to do with dwarves, and frankly, we're not certain of what it means. But that's exactly why we need to figure it out. And that's exactly why we cannot let the box and everything else that is depicted on this page fall into the hands of those who wish to wrong
Just to
our
confirm,
nation.
is there a necklace on the parchment?
There is not a necklace on the parchment. There is the box, there is the cane, like the handheld stuff, and there is a pillar.
How
Okay.
much of this parchment is there? Is it like the full page with like cuts in it?
It
or
is a
there,
full
like, parts
page. It's
missing?
just super old.
Okay.
It is in its entirety, is I guess
Yes.
what he's
Yeah.
asking.
So nothing's
So-
missing.
What do you think is in the box?
Oh, I didn't have a chance to look through it exactly. Like I said, I ran away because you were gonna bash my head in.
Aha.
I didn't want to kill you, because there's no point. Didn't see much value in your life. Might as well use whatever I left is in there. Right. And that's
Yeah,
How big was the box again? Was it like a foot
It
long?
was like, you can hold it in one hand, basically.
Okay, so like a jewelry box.
Yes. Most appropriate description for it.
And the key to Ash's door. How big was that?
That was like a cylinder. You could hold it in one
Yeah.
hand as well. It was like a half a liter bottle, I guess.
So size-wise, is it bigger or about the same size as the box?
Well, different dimensions, different shapes, but roughly the same size.
Could the
The key
bottle
fit
fit
inside
in?
the box.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting
Okay.
at.
So we have a chest that could possibly be holding a key to,
Key or maybe a necklace.
or a necklace, something that was owned by an ancient dwarven tyrant, and we also know of a ancient dwarven genocide weapon. That's being
Oh, I
worked
A
suppose
toward
what?
thing.
A
That's
genocide
something that we
weapon?
haven't exactly explained. The gates
Ah,
open up a weapon of dwarvish make that will annihilate specific races. I'm
yes.
assuming the dwarves made it to win the war.
Yes.
Fuckers.
It's
We never come across any such thing. How come you know all this?
We
we.
found it.
We saw it. We said that earlier.
There was an
And there was a
ancient-
writing? Did you find some kind of old books, text that written about such destructive forces? Or where do you
Someone-
get this information from?
Our
There was a
guide.
man
So
named-
before books, how do you think information was passed?
Word.
Word of
Exactly.
mouth. Legends
Yeah.
passed down from person to person. One such individual that this was passed on to was our guide.
Old Man Dane. A
Didn't have
false
to
Working
dox
uncle,
them like
though.
that.
I see. So
So-
we could say you have a favorable acquaintance somewhere up there.
Someone that doesn't want to be involved.
Fair enough. I
So
won't pry any
if-
further.
if the box was really favored, why were some pillars and a staff also like most prized possessions of an old titan? Do we know that, or is that? Am I?
They're
Like,
likely all keys. Probably what activates the gates.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Especially if there's 3 of them.
Oh, fuck! You're gonna put a pill in.
Now, keys are a weird name because some can be cylinders.
A
Right.
key is just something that unlocks a door.
Doesn't have.
I assume a person could be a key if it really came down to it.
Or an item. Yep.
All right.
but-
We
And if these are keys, then our friends from our adventure is in possession of one.
Wait, what? One of these fell into the hands of someone else?
at least one of them.
Are you,
And then a second one is missing.
are you
I wonder if
speaking
our friends
of the
are-
individuals from your encounter? The tiefling?
Mm. One and the same.
Do they have the
Yeah.
pillar or the staff?
I didn't see a staff.
So what did they? Which one is taken by them then?
Well, if it's
Oh,
not the
they-
box, and I didn't see a staff, it's probably the other.
Yes.
Though they could be in possession of the box now.
Yeah, if it's lost. Lumifras wouldn't sell it to some genocidal maniacs.
He wouldn't sell it, but what if it went missing?
Oh, what if they took it before?
They
That or he may be selling it.
Why would he sell it to some genocidal maniacs, though?
Not to the genocidal
Generally,
maniacs, just someone that will pay. That might be
Generally-
affiliated or connected.
Generally, genocidal maniacs do not go around letting them be known they're genocidal maniacs.
Sir Marcus Ois,
I'm listening.
what standing do you have with a Lady Nostri? Or
Kirill
any-
Nastri.
I don't know her first name.
The tall lady. Elvish.
yes, Kirill
I wasn't
Nostri,
there.
The emissary to the Elven King.
the intermediary.
We know through passing. I've never had any close connection with her, if that's what you're asking.
She offered to work more with us if we wanted to.
She seemed desperate for attention. I think that's what that was
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, but still, I mean, she was willing. She said she was willing to work more with us. So, I mean, of course, don't reveal everything. But if we have questions for her,
I'm
Sure.
gonna look at Thaddeus. Is there any more information you want before I play cards?
I have something I'd like to know.
What is it?
Do you know anyone that goes by the initials GGI?
It doesn't ring a bell immediately. I would have to look through my documents. Perhaps there something
Alright.
could remind me of such name. Why do you ask?
Well, just been trying to figure out the different nobles of this town. I suppose I should. Leonella, what was your opinion of your escort baron Vireg? I noticed.
A fucking swine is all he is, and ever will be.
a rich swine.
Thaddeus looks at her, gives like that upwards nod and a thumbs up, like, yeah.
Ash nods. It seemed to me that Lumifras and Vireg had at least a somewhat close relationship.
I agree. They definitely do have some kind of mingling together, although I don't precisely know of what nature. But it stinks of disgust to me.
Is there any more information that anyone would like to get before I start playing cards?
Why are you playing cards? What kind of talking now?
Are you familiar with any dwarven ruins around here?
Well, this
I mean,
city
under the
is
kingdom.
this city is plenty mixed, so there is a whole shrine dedicated to the Moradin.
Oh, that's not really a ruin, though.
No,
Something large, perhaps forgotten, maybe even sanctified. Beneath the ground?
can't say there is anything of which I know.
There's a reason this box is here.
Yes, because Lianala brought it to me.
It was well on its way here before.
How do you mean?
Lumifras was after it. He's going to be held in Tigral.
Maybe he is involved in the whole thing deeper than we actually thought. Sir Blix,
Yes.
do you care to explain
Anyone,
what you meant?
anyone opposed to me playing some cards?
Do whatever you must.
I want to see the chaos.
Redragon Shanty, let's go. No.
So, while I was standing guard, I did overhear some things.
But you do know a thing or two about your...
Never said I didn't.
Go on.
Just that he didn't see.
Leonard, let him speak.
So,
Yes.
as we mentioned, the ambiguously gendered person in the crop top and skirt with a veil
Yes.
did some business with Lumifras.
Now, do you have any... We are listening.
Oh, yeah. They ascended the stairs into the room that I was guarding, the room, I look at Leonala, that you decided to barge into, despite my protest.
Rightfully
And
so.
I heard a little bit of a rumbling, as if stone was being moved.
Aha.
Yes.
Well, I was right.
Tone.
Heavy stone. It was loud enough for me to pick it up, so and I'm going to look at Dernst, if there are plans, we should factor that into it.
I had plans to check it out from the beginning.
Now, they exited, and it sounds like Lumifras was not holding up his end of the deal. I think the exact words were from Lumifrost. "I must thank you for delivering this to me," the mysterious person responded with, "and the trade." Lumifrost, "Of course, here." The mysterious person, "What is this?" Lumifrost, "Your payment." Mysterious person, "That's not what our arrangement was." Lumifrost then said, "You get this and the necklace when I get my money from those, I think it's Get Terrala?
Get
There?
Lara.
Get Lara scam." The mysterious person said, "Get Lara? You said you were the only one interested in this item, and we agreed to those 2 items, now and here." Lumifrost said, "Those bastards would never find what they're looking for. Besides, I already located where it is. A particular merchant has it held up for me in Digval. You should consider this my goodwill, no matter. You can head back now, head through the kitchen to the right, so people don't notice your return." And this is where it gets a little juicy. The mysterious
Oh.
person said,
Sorry,
"Listen."
real
Go
quick.
ahead.
I metagamed a little bit. I remember hearing being held in Digval, and I blanked out before and after that. I didn't know that information. That's
I
my
did,
bad.
and that's why Strife was like. I knew something was up, and I knew that like putting pieces together. This is why Strife was like. I tried really desperately to get Blix to tell me something, and then gave up after 2 tries.
And
Just
then I
wanna-
wasn't even here, so this is all new. I need to
Yep,
hear more.
that's part of the reason why I'm reiterating exactly what was said for Ash as well.
But yeah, I
just want
could
to-
just like retcon that thing that I said to after you say this.
The mysterious person said, "Listen, I better have the other piece soon, Lumifrost." Lumifrost interrupted, saying, "It is Sir Lumifrost for you. When I get my trade money and it's safely with me, then you will get your godforsaken necklace." The mysterious person said, "This is going to be the last of your banquets if you try to pull something here. Mark my words." Lumifrost, yes, go back there and continue slaving away, seeing as you're that half-wit Nastry's entourage. "I'm not surprised you chose this place and time to deliver to me. She wouldn't notice her hair going gray if she stared in the mirror her whole life. So blissfully ignorant, head of trade between kingdom and elves. Go."
So I just want to point out, you said get Lera or whatever. Doesn't that start with the G?
That
And
is
that's-
Yeah, I was gonna
a good
make
point.
that.
How does a crime organization of this city is involved into this whole thing?
I don't know.
Right. Strife, I believe it's time we play a card as well. So, Gettler attempted to hire us to steal something during the banquet.
Oh, let's get Lara.
You know
Was-
Gatlier's full name?
Gettler is not a person. Gettler is the city's largest crime organization. It is. They control a large portion of the city. The biggest players are Gettler, Shock, and Miasma. Though the second two are far smaller. And Passion. It was a. What was it they had wanted me to steal?
A vase of some sort, I thought.
Yep.
They had wanted me to steal some sort of vase.
Odd.
There was a vase in the guild or in the banquet hall that was, probably
Well,
not.
yeah, but that was just one filled with like donation.
Yeah,
No.
there's a
Yes,
lot of
he
money
wanted you
in
to
there.
steal the donation vase.
No, I think it was
Bricks.
Uncle knows
Tips.
another vase.
from what he had told me. Was it a different vase or?
Almost certainly, yeah.
Well, you've been given information that in his reliquary he holds many items from many different origins and of many different features. He most likely meant one of those valuable vases, not a urn for the donations.
Okay.
Yeah, I was making a joke.
Steal the tip jar. That is your mission.
I mean, I'll be
Just
honest, there was a
doesn't
temptation to make off with money in there, but like
Oof.
that's real hard.
And
And that was for charity.
Was
For
Charity
the
for a
city.
wall. For a
Yes.
wall.
For a while. Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather
For-
feed fucking kids on the street.
Yeah.
is to protect the kids on the street.
Yes, instead of helping them, we're going to protect them with a wall.
Yes.
So they can
don't-
starve and not get stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest, I think I'd rather get stabbed than starve.
Yeah.
Anyway, besides wrongful charity choices, seems weird that that guy didn't wants you to steal some very unrelated thing. But I mean, maybe it's not actually related, and the crime organization.
In the vase.
if I were to go in for the chest, I could very well find the vase and check it out to make sure it's not connected, or at the very least bring it back here.
I believe there is at least an idea of maybe working with Nostrid, showing some cards, and maybe using leverage to get access to Lumifrost under false pretenses.
Now, what kind of pretenses did you mean?
Well, maybe we could offer services to her on working on getting that necklace back. Just a thought.
With all the respect, Sir Blix, but from everything that's been gathered here, I don't believe she's quite aware of what her servant was doing. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Maybe worth looking up then.
Perhaps.
I mean, there is another way we can possibly gain access to the vault or his hidden treasury.
This is just asking him.
Showing interest in an item in his collection.
That would require money.
Or
That, and we would have to come from a
interest in an
background.
item in our collection.
That, and we would have to come from a background he can trust to actually buy it, not just snipe the information.
I'm pretty sure doesn't Thaddeus have something he wants to see?
I mean, I'm an emissary of the Empress.
In all honesty, I'm a little burnt out from social interactions. I'd rather someone else do it.
I mean, my suggestion wasn't for Thaddeus to do it. I mean, I am from a background which can be, hopefully, in a circle can be trusted. I mean, I'm freaking I'm a pretty high-ranking noble.
What family are you from, Corey? Gibby?
Is this the well?
Marcus
there
speaking.
you have the answer. You kind of said it there already, Kibi, from the Kibi clan. From it.
You're right. It must have escaped me. Well, perhaps we have common ancestors. Some years back.
Well, I could have guessed with the horns, the legs.
Yes, what can I say?
We are blessed in a similar way.
Really are.
That's a way to put it.
I'm gonna look to Thaddeus also, seeing as Lumifras is looking to pick something up from Digval. From what I understand, you are familiar with that location already. That might be something worth following up on.
You want us to go back to Digval?
I mean,
Fuck no. No, not Digval.
Yeah, perhaps that information, Dunkel, we don't share.
No, that's
We spent a number of days there for multiple reasons.
fucking Digval. It has
Dunkel?
curses.
Dunkel?
I don't want to go back.
Dunkel, shut your mouth. Like, shut up.
no, I want to go there. It's traumatized Dunkel enough to not want to go there.
In before Thaddeus begs for a silence spell, just for Dunkel.
No, I have a silence spell. It's a mage hand that closes his mouth. Which is what happens.
Dunkel weeping on the floor, basically groveling.
Digval has a shop run by Cross Bottles that are collectors of sorts. Rare finds, artifacts, some. Random junk, otherwise.
I suppose I understand why Lumifras has interest in such place.
Found a number of things. One of them is being defiled by our companion Strive here with a foul concoction of meat juice.
Wait, what did I do?
The water skin is being defiled by meat juice.
No. That just has water in it. I use my other one for meat juice. What the fuck?
Okay.
So-
Somebody, I think last time, said it was filled with meat juice.
It was Danko because he was trying to get his hands on some.
So what did Blake? What did you say, Lumifras? Something with Digval or Lumifras? What did you overhear again?
He has an item that's being held at a merchant from Digval.
Do we think that could be related, or well, like also important to basically another key? Is my question.
When I was distracting him from interacting with a friend of ours,
I just look at Ois.
And I do appreciate that very, very much. From the bottom of my heart, Thaddeus.
I brought up. Oh, wow, lost the voice. I brought up the grass bottles. We didn't seem overly familiar with them. But as far as I know, that's the only place that would hold something like that.
So it probably isn't of
Just
he
for
was faking?
metagaming, just metagaming just a tiny bit. He said he's very familiar with the grass bottles. You didn't name them, but he actually did.
No, I did say grass bottles. I said a shop owned by the grass bottles, and he didn't seem
I-
like he
I'm
knew about it.
90%
He
sure.
said he frequents them. Actually,
I don't think he said that. But for the
I've
sake of
got
it, I'll
that
say
in my
I'll
notes.
trust your notes. But I swear he didn't have any knowledge about them.
Passion, do you want to?
I do not
Actually,
remember.
so there was this conversation, right? Just like break off for this. I mentioned it, and then I said, I started talking about the things that he had, like in the shop. He's like, "Well, I'll have to pay them a visit sometime,"
That
Might have been
suggesting
definitely
that
what
he
happened.
hasn't been there.
lying. Oh,
I mean, I'm not an
Could've-
insightful character. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
he could have just been, distracted. He's looking for someone. Points
I
to
do
O's.
remember him being enraptured about your description of an
I was describing items,
canteen of an east.
but he wasn't. At least in Thaddeus's eyes, just going back into in character, didn't seem interested
That-
or
yeah,
knowledgeable at the
you
least.
would
He was
remember.
interested in the items, not the shop.
Maybe just via contact, like not a direct contact. Someone else made
Yeah.
those grass people hold an item or something.
Yeah, I think
Probably not.
that was what that was, rather than him knowing about the grass bottles. Anyway,
Mhm.
I lost the plot.
We are getting very into a lot of theories and shit, but I think we should focus on the box and if it is actually held by Lumifras.
We
If
should.
Do we
there's
have
no
any
box, at least get the necklace.
Do we have any
And I
way of
can't believe I'm saying that.
confirming if the box is still in the city?
Are you able to produce an image or something of that box?
I recreate the box. Little
Would
tiny
that
box.
would
To
that
the best of
suffice
your
for the
ability.
locate object spell? For me knowing it, for having seen it. It's up to you.
A
if you
roll
want that to
may
be
be
a solution.
required for it, but yes.
You want me to make like an Arcana or something?
No, for Corey, because he hasn't
Oh.
seen it.
Hmm. I mean, if I'm close enough, just as I have intended to do with some other things, I can vaguely feel the presence of certain items, but I mean, I haven't really done it much with, items I've only heard about. / seen a replica of, so to say. It could work, it could not work. I don't know for certain, but I could confirm from the outside if he has it.
Alright, so what's the plan then? Getting late, we should get going.
I guess the plan, confirm if the item is still here, if we can. And depending on the location, break in and steal it.
Sounds good.
Sorry,
I-
Blake.
I
We
also-
acquire what belongs to us. Is that better?
I also don't like the idea of theft, but it is of, greater goods.
Oh, my next time I'm working with the guards is going to be interesting.
They don't have to know you're involved. And should you be placed in a very challenging spot with the authorities of this place, I can pull some strings. If,
Thank you, Mayor.
if
If-
you choose to cooperate.
Can you get me a license to use magic in the city?
I do not possess such powers, Thaddeus. I apologize.
I mean, it's worth a shot. It's really bloody annoying.
The only
Like, you don't have one?
organization within the city able to give you such authority within the walls is the Flayers Academy. None
have an
in
end.
the city hall have any privileges in those aspects of life.
Oh, I
Out
already
of
have an in now.
out of
You have Mitra?
curiosity, Do you maybe know anyone who is very adequately magically inclined that maybe specializing in identifying things as I scratch my tattoo?
I can't say that we do.
There has to be something Thaddeus does in reaction to that. I need to look at my spells. Please hold. There you go.
Just breaks up.
I'm gonna be going to Professor Gob Gob and having him identify Thaddeus. Good luck.
Good luck for that guy for
my
identifying it.
contacts and my favored acquaintances within the city and other places, but I can't say that magic is nothing of my concern most of the time.
You know what? I'll do something simple. I'll use prestidigitation to freeze the air around him and make it real cold.
Around who?
You.
Just a little chilly.
Also,
like a cold breeze. Like
I believe you should be able to see Lianala's profile.
Nice.
Yay.
Am I blind?
NPC. No.
Right?
Oh,
No,
NPCs.
no.
She is not within allies and acquaintances. No.
No.
No,
So
still
when
not
I
within
press show to
NPCs.
players, it doesn't do anything?
No. No, we're not getting shown it.
That sucks.
I think it works best on handouts.
Ah.
Oh, some
No,
pop-up.
that's
Yeah, that,
Atoris Dawnwalk
I will change the name right now.
and Little Star. But yes, that's the token she has, so it's definitely her.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, looks like Dunkel's already gone, so
So
Right.
what?
You know where to find me, and Lianala here. She is staying at the Bronze Tankard Tavern, as her cover was blown in this particular place. And I don't think she's keen on paying for the damages. No, I'm okay.
So how about I pay a visit, preferably with Thaddeus or someone else who can describe the box to me, to Lumifrost's estate to double check if it is there, and then tomorrow or some other night we plan a method of retrieving it. Be that stealing, be that just busting in strife style, whatever. That's for that night.
Stinging the stripe style is an absolutely horrible idea.
Hey, it's an option. Not saying it's a good one, but it's an option.
Like last resort if the world's about to end, sort of thing.
They
Yes.
stand up. The chairs skid on the floor. That sounds like a wonderful idea. We'll stay in touch. Yes?
Of course.
Cool.
We will take our leave now.
All right. Hope to see you again, Marcus.
Likewise. It was a fruitful conversation. I do not regret letting my eyes on you.
in the future, when we inevitably do business, try to not
Inevitably.
keep out any information that may be important.
Well,
Majority
No,
of this
yes.
was caused simply from a misunderstanding, and maybe a little faith in us may have helped.
well, faith is well placed until it isn't. I've been taught that the harsh way. But we'll take
For
our leave.
contracts over faith.
You can't really go with these kind of matters though to a court. If someone backstabs you in a legal business.
Plenty of things happening in life. None of them better than the other. And they begin to walk towards the stairs that lead down into the hallway.
I'll escort them out, and then once they're through the doorway, just like peek through, see if Dunkel's there. Probably not. And then,
Dunkel's in the carriage.
yeah, I don't see you. Oswald probably might have spotted you, but it's like,
Yeah, Oswald's on the
Whatever.
roof, just like playing with the ficking the
Smokestacks.
tiles.
smokestacks again.
I guess there could be a couple, so he could be playing on one of the nearby houses.
Sending smoke signals. Some guy on like another like edge of town. SOS.
It's our sign.
Murder.
We have to go. What the fuck, bro? We're compromised. They're onto us.
No, they are saying they are having lasagna for dinner.
This guy has a pen pal, but instead of pen,
This man
instead of
Oswald
letters,
has a
it's
pen
smoke
pal.
signals.
Chim-
Yeah.
Chimpo?
He has a
Smoke pal?
pager.
A chim pal.
I don't like that. I don't know why I don't like that. Anyway, Thaddeus will close the doors and then turn to the rest of it. Speaking of contracts, it's time to officially create the Red Company.
Wait, it isn't official yet? I thought y'all were
I mean, there's
official.
like we
It's semi-
signed some documents, but like
yeah,
we need a
it's your
document for ourselves of who's affiliated with the company.
Yeah, it's initiation, you know?
Am I gonna have to be dunked in water?
No, not that kind of.
Baptized.
Oh.
What do you
Sorry.
think this is? A frat house?
Yep,
I
time
mean,
to
Have
If
some,
somebody
have
wants to be
some
baptized, I'm
class.
more than happy to.
I
And you
mean,
said I didn't need the cloak of Manta Ray.
what is baptism?
I mean,
Anyway.
I need to have it for church.
I will produce. Actually, in my journal, at the very back, I will write out like a very simple contract. I'll write it out later, just for the sake of brevity. And then a place for everyone to sign their name, whatever name they choose. And I will start by signing Thaddeus Crick. And then I will place the quill in the ink jar and let the next person sign.
Alright. I'll go ahead and
I'm gonna
pick
need
it up.
reference on exactly what this says.
Exactly is not going to happen right now.
Yep.
The gist, it will be the members of the Red Company, as signed below, will follow. God, it's so hard to come up with things on the fly, man.
Do you want me to legal mumbo jumbo this real quick?
Sure.
Legal mumbo.
Be a lawyer.
By signing this, I hereby swear to abide by the rules stated thereafter for the Red Company.
Are you using the shortened version, or are you gonna actually spell out the whole name?
Yeah, so it'll be Red, in brackets, Research, Eradication, Discovery.
By signing this, I agree to keep all information on previous employers or potential employers secret, and keep all information that may cause problems for the Red Company a secret, as well as
Agree to prioritizing the Red Company over employers. If
And maybe it was-
conflicts of interest between the Red Company and the employer will prioritize the Red Company.
And
Okay.
aid in the bet where need be, whether or not you know you are doing so.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
paperwork
like,
for
I
later.
wanted
For
to
later.
be- I wanted it to be brief,
Yep.
but like that's the gist of it.
Just
A-
prioritize
as-
Red Company over other employees.
Can I make a wisdom check just to make sure there's no shady writing in there that may...
There will be no fine print. You don't even need to make the insight check. You can if you want. We'll just tell you flat out, there's no fine print.
It'd be a pretty dick move to make the fine print after we've already signed it, basically.
Okay.
Ash goes over it with with his forgery kit. Like, hmm. Ash starts adding to no.
Like, everyone just gets to add a clause.
No.
Eh,
No.
Blix added to the clause, everyone here needs to obey the goddamn law.
Lol, I
And
made
then
it
like
fucked
at
up.
the bottom, all information will be shared among all members of the Red Company.
Fuck.
I mean, you haven't signed it yet, Dunkel.
Oh man, it's
kind of-
Dunkel isn't here.
He'll be
Who
the
breaks
last to
the law
sign.
anyway? Who break this law?
Why I
Yeah.
have to fucking sign a paper where I have to say shit? No.
Hey, it is only against the rules if we know you're withholding information.
True. Oh yeah. Yep. What time of the day is it right now, Passion?
For me,
I,
it's
Evening.
evening, yeah. And 10 to
Evening?
8 for me. I think it's 10 to 9 for you, Corey, right?
Yes.
No, I'm talking about in-game.
yeah, it's night.
Oh yeah, it's night.
middle of
It's
the night.
it's still
Yeah.
the same. We've been talking about everything. Like you've been sharing informations for 2 hours with them.
Yeah, I mean, like, these were necessary lore dumps the last 3.
Just real quick question: what did we get out of that for information, other than get to see a piece of paper?
The box
just
is
paper
really.
you
was
know
pretty
it's not bullshit.
serious. So the document was pretty substantial. The fact that is pretty substantial, and we have resources now.
Yeah, we have some people actually backing us.
Yeah, we went from a group of adventurers to people with connections.
We figured out that Lumifras is also inside the cult,
Maybe not inside the cult.
but there is some connections. With
It's potentially involved with the cult.
I,
but-
I say that he is.
I think the cult is just buying shit of him, which I think he's more related in like just a merchant kind of sense. That he is just a way for people to get artifacts, not many questions asked.
Eh,
There was something else. Oh, I guess it's related to the document. The 3 objects,
I think Lumifras is.
which might not be connected, but is likely, at least in my opinion.
For some reason, I think Lumifras is like this underground trader. Sort of.
Well, I mean, absolutely. That all nobles are fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
No, he's a very. He's a fucking charitable man who gets money from many places who no one knows where the fuck he's getting money from.
Oh, you didn't bring that up actually.
Yeah, sketchy shit.
Oh yeah,
Just
like
Sorry.
Noble.
yeah, no, definitely. I haven't brought it up. But,
So now that I've signed this contract, here is this check.
Oh yeah, the check that I gave to you.
Yes.
Where did you get that?
It was
Internet.
It was on what?
It's on the ground.
The gra-
Which is what Dunkel
yeah.
told you.
Yeah,
That
you
is-
already know it came from the ground.
That's right. Got picked up.
Why do I not believe you without even an insight check? You
mean,
mean to tell
Ashley
me there
might.
was a check just on the ground?
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Where is that fucking kobold?
So after a little bit of research, the most likely script that Leonin actually would be in if I go to, Magic the Gathering lore, would be Infernal. In Magic the Gathering, at least they have connections to some
Infernals?
to some Infernals, and if you go to the closest parallel within normal D&D, then because my main instinct is Null to make parallels to the Null, who are also again Infernal.
Oh yeah, Null would probably be the
the
Infernal.
closest parallel.
But again, actually, Gnolls and like werebeasts are from 2 different
Yeah,
branches.
but Leonin aren't just werebeasts. No, that is just Strife being a wacky Leonin.
What am I doing?
But there are
Being a wacky lichen.
The script is my guess for your script is honestly infernal. For
Okay.
Leonin. But that is
I mean,
my guess.
It's up to you at this point, Strife. Would you think that Leonins are more infernal or Sylvan?
His
I mean,
tribe
can also
specifically.
can also be up to passion.
So
Cinder Fang tribe. I don't know, because they definitely like. What would you argue, passion? You're the one who like kind of like.
Where do the origins of the Leonin lie in this world? From the Feywild, just or more akin to humans and dwarves, or
You could also
Demons
rely
realm.
a little bit
You're lagging
on
out, Kealis.
the alignment here, because gnolls are inherently evil. Good. I'm glad I'm lagging out.
Yeah, my main reason to make a parallel between gnolls is because you also have gnolls who have like shaken the appreciating demons and shit, and they have a very similar philosophy to Leonin, and that's the main, aka fuck the gods. They don't deserve worship, which at least in Theros is very much how Leonin acts.
The logic from, as long as I'm being connected properly,
Yes.
the logic between Leonin and the shifters and other like bestial races, at least in the Feywild, those ones specifically, they're not like. I don't think Sylvan really worship gods. They have like real life. There are sections of people that are just like law. And they follow courts. Though like the law in the Feywild is chaos, that is their law, really.
I guess I see more Fey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, cause yeah, just sounds better in my head.
Right. Like they're not evil. They don't like, oh, I'm gonna eat like Strive specifically is dabbling in more lichen and demonic things. It is purely out of like he did that out of a moment of weakness. Like he needed strength, he needed to.
Oh yeah,
Can I make an argument about what Strife is? Just werebeast wise. If you're going off werebeast, that's 100% Feywild.
I guess
that's where the curse originated.
Curse came from
that wouldn't influence, like.
Yeah, that wouldn't influence your script, but
that came from the god of the hunt, Malachor. In Faerun, at least.
Yeah. That, and with how he's basically kind of like overcoming his bad guy phase.
Emo phase.
Yeah, and he's gonna start going in a new direction. He's gonna have like a really balanced himself. He leans more towards one day sometimes, other times.
Nice. Yeah, I remember whenever we started out this campaign, and I didn't know what a cleric was in character, and then our cleric was sucking the life out of people. I was like, oh, that's what a cleric does.
Yeah, what a crazy session 1.
Oh. We had.
I was like, hey, we
session
should go
2,
murder,
because session
and then
1
left.
was the tavern, meeting Aaron or Aaron, however you want to pronounce it.
I consider that the official session 0.
Dude came with us to go hunt some bandits that were doing bad stuff, killed them all mercilessly, and then left.
Dip out.
Damn.
I think that was a conflict of interest between players. He had a very different opinion on how D&D should be played to me.
Violence was their answer.
It's like, no, his preference was 100% dice, and I'm like, no, roleplay, man. That's what D&D is.
Yeah.
Dice are a supplement, not a guide.
Not the whole thing.
Hey, is everyone back?
I have to
I
go.
got pretzels because we're out of bread.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, there you are.
You've been
Okay, just making sure.
You've been quiet the whole time.
Yeah, your mic is kind of different to usual, Eve.
Let me try something.
That's.
Are you here, Dunkel, or are you still gone? 'Cause you were muted.
I'm probably
and
gonna
yeah,
have to
Garen,
dip for the session.
yeah, that
Okay, is that
Yeah.
better?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
I understand
Yes.
why.
Were your settings wrong?
Yeah, I think they were using my computer's
Yep,
built-in
yeah, you
microphone
did
instead
sound
of my actual headset.
you did sound kind of tinny.
Yeah,
What
feel
did you
free
say,
to
Garen?
share and-
I have to go.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just tell you this. As we come back and you all finish the evening after signing the document and all that ordeal is done and you go to your separate rooms, you bed down. And Ash, you sleep soundly through the night.
Yeah. You motherfucker.
That was my
But,
favorite thing as the DM.
Oh.
Strife, you will have a dream, which we will deal with after the session if you have time.
I do.
Ooh, okay.
Bye.
That's it.
Bye. Good luck.
See you, Garen.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, I was planning to go by by Lumifrost's
I'm back.
estate to check with locate object.
Right, it's still the same night from the banquet.
Yeah.
So it's like middle of the night.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I was
casting
planning on
magic.
going back in the morning to see if I could help with bringing food over to the orphanage.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do some magic near it, so that's why I want to do it not during broad daylight.
Okay. Are you taking
yeah.
anyone with you?
I mean, I asked Thaddeus, hey, I could use your help with if you describe the object again to me, but I also get it if you just want to go to fuck to bed. To Thaddeus.
Yeah, I mean, this is important. Fuck it. I'll stay up an extra hour.
Want me to come with? We might be able to look for a mask as well.
I mean, I know the mask myself as well, so I don't need help that being described to me. But
I did promise to help you search for the mask.
yeah, I mean, you're fine to come along, but
Okay, I'll join them.
but I'll be breaking crimes. Wait, breaking crimes?
Yeah,
Breaking
we're
law.
breaking the crime right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
As per the document I just signed, I am not able to share any information on this, so this is a lot less of a conflict of interest for Blix.
Fair, you are now legally
He
obligated
just, yeah.
to.
He just needs some
Yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah.
We're legally obligated on a document that we just created together. No law enforcement was involved, but like I'm not gonna say that out loud.
If
It
you
works
want,
for
I can. Yeah. Hey, if you want, I can put the official seal of the Empire on it somewhere. Definitely, definitely have that. No. But yeah.
I mean, I could use one of my many seals that
Yeah.
myself and Ash have created.
Yeah, but that would be not legitimate though.
On to the trained eye, probably be fine. Anyway, let's go find an
let's go-
object.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
near Lumifrost's estate.
Now, as you're walking there, before you get there, I would like 2 of you roll 2 separate perception checks, or 1 of you rolls with advantage.
Can I use
I'll
Oswald
step
for
out.
this?
Can
You
I use
could.
Zoom? Let's have Oswald and Blix do it or something like that.
I will graciously say no to making that perception check.
Okay.
I mean, that's technically one roll. I can make
Yes,
the other
you.
one. That's
Yeah,
that
you can
easy.
make the other one, but without advantage, just straight roll.
Yeah.
So that was
that
Oswald.
Yep.
That advantage was just
This-
Oswald.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo-
Thaddeus.
Oswald is too busy playing with smoke as usual.
Yeah, like
He's found a new
he's following
fascination.
along, but every time like he sees a smoke signal, he veers off, passes through it with like his wing, and then goes to another one. It's like, all right, homie, you need to do your job sometimes.
No.
And as you say that, and you look around, and you see him flying over the head, and then flying through the smoke, this blackened, and then like dispersing it, creating like a puff of blackened tar in the air as this white owl emerges through it. You look at him, you follow him, and then you look down one of the alleyways and you see two individuals staring at you, and then they disappear behind a building.
About what stature were they?
What do you mean exactly by that?
How large? What kind of build?
Just humanoid, normal.
Okay.
Like human sized.
Humans, yeah, not a minotaur size.
Well, like I was talking about like dwarvish or
Yeah.
elvish,
Ah.
like
I
slightly
mean, from
taller than
that
what a human would be,
distance, it
right?
would be difficult to discern, even with a 20. It's not like they are right around the corner; they're like far away. You just manage to catch them as they disappear behind the corner, but you definitely can tell that they have been watching you.
Yeah, there's like a realization, and then like a, all right, Oswald, snap to attention, kind of telepathic message, like go over there, try and like follow them if you can.
Okay. I'm gonna use the same roll for him, but continue on, and nothing out of ordinary happens. You manage to get to the Lumifras' estate. So,
I'll drag Corey into an alleyway,
Was already going over.
and I don't want to be metagamey about this, but what kind of check would it be to like? I guess it'd be like wisdom, right? Or would it be in
What?
intelligence to like perceive an object with your magic?
so
Arcana?
uh, his Arcana is to hide. I don't want him to make Arcana
No,
checks.
not for me. This is for
Yeah, no,
this is for Corey.
It's gonna
what
be
would Corey-
investigation to see if you can discern if that particular item that is being depicted in front of you is within the vicinity of your spell.
Mhm.
Okay. I will use enhanced ability. I think it's Fox's cunning. I have
The
to double check.
intelligence one.
Yeah. I just thought.
Yeah, Fox's cunning is intelligence.
And then you will cast locate object, correct?
Yes. Let me
Believe it's
actually.
full strength.
Let me quickly
Sorry.
actually check. Bardic inspiration.
Oh, I don't think you
Other
can
than
inspire
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Nope. That
I think
was what I
that's
was
the
checking.
lore one. Lets you do it to yourself.
No, lore actually lets you give remove.
I know one of them can.
It lets you de-inspire enemies.
Yeah, cutting words you sap their confidence whilst they're trying shit.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a College of Heroes thing that I had a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, heroes and those kinds of things.
It's
Valor, I
lead by
believe, also
example.
gives you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Valor was like.
But yeah, I repeat the words that Thaddeus has said, describing the object in my mind, holding my reliquary of the king, and
I mean, it's not concentration. I can just make a box appear in my hand.
Yeah, it's just just the way I'm describing it.
Yeah.
And I will try to reach out, casting locate objects.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Okie dokie. Oh, that was close to a 17.
11. You concentrate, and there is this like a static, like a tss in your mind that points to a direction, but then almost like a compass within a magnetic field, like it just starts spinning all over you, and you can't pinpoint where it's exactly.
Hmm.
Is there a vague direction that he knows?
Nope, it's just like
Do
discombobulating.
I get at least a feeling it's near, or is
You
it
do
just...
get a feeling it's near, but it's discombobulating because the description of the item wasn't quite what you needed. You needed more
Yeah.
of a
Yeah, I
view on
need
it.
to. Yeah. He will give somewhat of a pained look as he's like closed his eyes, trying to focus in his mind. Maybe give it a little bit of time, because I mean, it's up for 10 minutes, so he'd be looking for it for a bit. But I It's somewhere close, I think, but as I said, I haven't really tried it with what do you call it, with items I haven't actually seen myself. It's somewhere in Upper Lane. It could be in his estate, could be at someone else's estate as well. Sorry,
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
is the building that we broke into nearby?
No. If you're asking if it's close enough to the spell's range, no. It is far out of its reach.
I'm in like close to Lumifrost's estate because if it's nearby, it could just be in that house.
can you roughly draw on the map
The circle in
where
which you
the
can sense it.
yeah.
I believe it's a shift.
I'm gonna triangulate the position.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's within this block. So either it's in Lumifrost's estate or his neighbor coincidentally has it.
Or it's underground.
It could be underground, though a lot of stuff being between me and it can also disrupt it. So I doubt it's literally underground. Why would you think it's underground? Like it isn't a pillar or something. It would need to still be like 1,000 feet underground max.
If it's nearby, it could be underground. Secret passageway. Maybe it's
Yes.
moving.
I guess.
Though for now, we know that it's here.
Yes.
Passion,
Yes.
you remember that sleight of hand thing I messaged you a while ago about?
Yes, vaguely, but I do.
Do you mind if I GM roll you that sleight of hand check?
Okay. GM me the roll and GM me what you're looking for. Okay, so what are you doing, guys, then?
I mean, I could
Returning?
also, yeah, I mean, I could throw out also one for the mask, but
Does anyone know how to GM roll?
Slash GR.
Slash GM space.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Or
slash
slash GR.
GR.
There's also an option in the
On the
dice. No, in the the dice
Oh,
on
yeah.
the left. You just
Yeah,
click the
probably.
GM button at the top.
You wanna add anything to it?
Chum.
Okay, so
Yes,
would you like to
thank you, Vix.
describe what
We
you're
know now.
doing, as that is what it is?
We can see that. By the way.
How do I message you specifically?
/ whisper.
Ah.
Or just do it via Discord.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it through Discord because I don't know how to fucking work Roll20.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you doing?
Do we want to? I mean, I'll just also for well, when in Rome, let's also just throw one out for the masks.
Okay, so you're throwing
that-
out locate object on the mask.
Yep.
You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, the spell can locate a specific object known to you. You do not get any ping.
Okie dokie. Yeah, no, Lumifrost is at least not directly in the cult.
Or his mask is different.
That's what Corey has said. Corey's not the brightest one here, okay? Yeah. Do you two want to do anything whilst we're still out here, or
Yeah, I nuke the state. No, I'm good.
I nuked
Fireball the
estate.
house? We go in Strife style now. We just didn't want to include him.
I turned his mansion into Elsa's castle.
At
That's
least
what
part of
Thaddeus
it.
would do.
Frozone.
I could do part of it. I
Wait
could
a
collapse the
fucking
tower.
second. I just realized your new ice skate ability is literally just Frozone.
He is just frozen. Soon he's gonna start asking Dunkel for
Where's
his.
my-
Where is my super suit?
Dunkel,
Callis, Dunkel,
where is
there it
my
is.
cloak?
Can
I
I
was
have
thinking,
a
Dunkel, where is my 500 gold pieces?
Where's my money?
No, it would be his copper pieces. I mean, if we're being
Yeah.
honest,
That's
it is
true.
Dunkel.
That's a
If
good
he's
point.
missing
Eve.
gold pieces, he suspects Derms probably.
No, it's that classic vine of "Give me your fucking money" and throws them in the wall,
Oh yeah, the lady, the child.
and then it goes dun dun.
Law
The
and
victim
order.
act. Yeah, look,
Okay,
That's
are
it.
you guys
That's
coming
not
back
fun.
then?
Yes.
yeah, that's the
That-
sound that the estate makes as I cast a 4th level spell on it. No, I'm good. I'm good. Let's go.
I'm assuming you've conveyed your intent or partial intent,
Yeah.
Blix.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
What? How?
What?
Okay. So making your way back,
Yeah.
you arrive at the Jealous Angel Inn. The roads are empty, and you go to your respective chambers and you lay down for the night, letting yourselves escape to the dreamland. Or whatever it may be. And you all wake up the next morning.